How's it going, everyone? I'm Alexis Lopez TCG, and today we're actually going to take a very special look at the starter decks for Chapter 3 for Lorcana Into the Inklands. As you can see, one of our starter decks is a little bit tore up already. The reason being is that my son and I actually just came back from a starter deck tournament at one of our LGSs. So we tend to go to our local game store for the release of Lorcana. One of the things that they do for Lorcana is actually really cool, that they start the product off with LGSs and then they open it up to retailers a couple of weeks later, giving the LGSs a chance to really build a community around the game and have different ways to have more people actually show up to an LGS, which is really cool. The one LGS that we go to, shout out Comic Bug, one of the things that they like to do is they start a deck tournament at the release of every new set. So what that does is we show up, we pay the fee for the starter deck, of course, and then whether it's $5 or more or whatever it is for the entry fee, we get put into a raffle where they raffle off different cool things. For example, for Chapter 2, they raffled off like booster packs, D100s, collector boxes. They also did the same thing for troves and gift sets for Chapter 1. And this time they pretty much did the same thing. They raffled off some booster packs, and they actually made sure everyone got a booster pack as well for attending the event. So that was pretty cool of them. And we ended up getting both starter decks. We only opened one though, in order to actually do the starter deck tournament, and my son really wanted to do, as you can see here, the Ruby and Sapphire deck. So we're gonna go through them, go ahead and see what was in them, see how they play like, see what little combos we can pull off, and of course open up some booster packs that we got, and then see what kind of cool cards we get in those packs. All right, let's jump right in. As always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification to be notified when more videos come up on this channel. Usually every Friday, 3 p.m., we try to do a pack opening, booster packs for any TCG that we're currently interested in. So hope you guys come back and check that out. All right, so since we already have it open, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Ruby and Sapphire deck, which I already have here. It plays out. It does come, for all of you that are kind of like interested what comes inside the actual packaging, we have the quick start rules. We have the little mat that kind of goes where like you can put your deck, your lore, and of course like the different ways to kind of describe the game to somebody who's new to the game. And then of course one booster pack, which is always a pretty cool thing to have. They do have lore counters and the lore counter inside, as well as like damage tokens that you can use. So that's always pretty cool to check out. All right, before we dive into the deck, let's go ahead and do something cool. Let's open up one of the booster packs, see what we got. We have 3 booster packs today to go through in total. Obviously the 2 that came with starter decks, and then the 1 bonus that we got at the LGS. So let's start off with pack number 1. Pack number 2, my kid will open it up on the side. He wants to open it up with me as well, and then see what kind of luck he has. And then of course the 3rd one at the end, we'll open it together. All right, let's see what we get. So one of the things that is new with this set, compared to the other ones when it comes to booster packs, is that the 2 cards at the end, technically it was always like a little puzzle piece that we got at the end. That was the Chapter 1 was Mickey, Chapter 2 was Minnie. This time they're actually explaining the new rules, which is moving damage, and the new type of card, which is location. So we'll go into locations once we see that a little bit. So we're actually starting off with the common location, which is actually one of the new card types that we're talking about. So this one is Forbidden Mountain. We're going to go through what each of the numbers mean for those who don't know. So the one on top here is the actual cost to play the location. As you can see here, it's 2. It is also inkable, shown by the yellow circle around the actual number itself. This number here on the left side, is actually in what it costs to move a character to this location. So once you have a character in play and a location in play, you can pay, in this case, just the 1 ink to move a character to this location. Nothing else is required to actually move it to this location, and you can actually move a character to this location as soon as it comes into play. So most of the time, in order to do anything with the character, you have to wait until the ink is dry. But in this case, as soon as the character hits the board, you're able to move it to location by just paying the cost to move it. This is the defense of the card for the location. So locations can be targeted and challenged directly by any character on the opposition's board. So the opponent can attack the location directly to try to get rid of it. The location itself doesn't do any damage back, which is the only unfortunate side. So it's kind of out there to hang out, out there to hang to dry on its own. So There's different ways you can kind of add things to location by like resist one and stuff like that. I haven't really seen anything for ward for locations just yet, but just be understanding that that is a damage that's needed to get rid of this location, and they can attack it directly anytime. Even if a character is in the place of the location, it doesn't matter. The location can be attacked directly instead of the character. Now, this lore art here actually indicates that at the start of the next turn, once you put the location down, you actually gain that lore as soon as your turn begins. So if you have a location down, you set it down, the next turn, as soon as it starts for you, you gain the lore there. So some locations have 2 lore. As we can see here, this is only 1 lore. So that's a great way to start getting lore each time, just by having locations on the board, which again is another good reason for the opponent to get rid of it directly. So again, the first card that we see for our first pack is a common Forbidden Mountain. We see Rufus here, Orphanage Cat, 5 ink cost, inkable, 4 strength, 5 defense. When this character is banished, you may put this card into your inkwell face down and exert it, and you can also quest for 1 lore. The next one is Ba-Boom. It's an action card. It costs 2 ink. It is also inkable. It deals 2 damage to chosen character or location. Again, one of the things that we have to look out for new action cards is that in order to attack a location directly with an action card, it has to state that the action card can actually hit the location directly. Other than that, it'll just hit a character. And it's common. Another common here, Peter Pan. 3 ink cost, inkable, 1 and 3. This has Rush, and while you have a character named Tinkerbell in play, this character gets +2 strength, and you can quest for 2 lore. We get another location here. This is Devil Manor, Corella's Estate. 1 ink cost, inkable, 1 for defense. So it's 1 moving cost for defense, and then you can gain 1 lore each turn. All right, we get here one of the first Dalmatians. This is a 4 ink cost, inkable, 3 and a 4. This is Patch, Intimidating Pup. This has Bark, so you can exert it, and chosen character gets -2 strength until the start of your next turn, and you can quest for 1 lore. Wow, we keep getting a lot of locations in this booster pack. This is another location. This is a Bayou. It only costs 1 ink. It's inkable, 1 moving cost, and it has 3 defense. Now, this is one of the first locations that we see that has an actual effect on it. So, whenever a character quests while here, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So, as you can see, these locations are not just there to give you lore each turn, or have something that kind of has to be another target for the opponent. They have some effects on there that might work well with the synergy of your cards. So, that's pretty cool. 3 defense, and of course, gain 1 lore each turn. Get another uncommon here. 5 ink cost, inkable, a Scroop Backstabber. 2 and a 5. While this character has damage, he gets +3 strength, and you can quest for 2 lore. Scrooge McDuck, which is one of the characters we're going to see in this starter deck for Sapphire Ruby. 2 ink cost, inkable, 1 and a 3. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 1 ink less for the next item you play this turn, and you can quest for 1 lore. Our first rare, which is actually a rare that's also in the starter deck, funny enough. This one is a 2 ink cost, but it's not inkable. It is a 1/1 Simba Scrappy Cub, and it has the chance to quest for 3 lore. So that's a lot of lore for 2 cost and inkable, but it is only a 1/1, so it can pretty much only survive 1 turn. We get another rare here in Starlight Vial. 4 ink cost, not inkable. It's an item card, Efficient Energy. You can exert it, and you pay 2 less for the next action you play this turn. Or Trap, you pay 2 ink, you banish this item, and you draw 2 cards, and then choose and discard a card. So, really nice way to draw, or to play an action for less next turn. And then we get our first foil, and that is Nutsy Vulture Henchman, which is a 2 ink cost, inkable, 2 and a 3, and you can quest for 1 lore. Alright, so let's get into the first pack. I know I'm going a little bit slow through the new cards, but again, they're new cards, still learning about them, so wanted to show them off. Alright, so this is again the Ruby Sapphire starter deck. We're going to be going through the rares just to kind of give you an idea what they are. This is Scrooge McDuck, 5 ink cost, uninkable, 3 and a 5. During your turn, this character gains evasive, and I didn't get rich by being stupid. So during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may play an item for free, and you can quest for 1 lore. Get a rare here foil. This is also Moana, Born Leader, 5 ink cost, inkable, for 4. You can shift for 3. Whenever this character quests while at a location, ready all other characters here. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. You can quest for 2 lore. We get Maui's fish hook, 3 ink cost inkable. It's an item. If you have a character named Maui in play, you may use this item's shapeshift ability for free. Shapeshift. You can exert this, pay 2 ink, choose 1. Chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn, or chosen character gets plus 3 strength this turn. Again, we already went over Simba, but that's one of the rares that comes in the starter deck. We have Huey here, a Savvy Nephew, 2 ink cost, inkable. It's a for 2 strength, 2 defense. So support. You can add the strength to another character, and then whenever this character quests, if you have characters named Dewey and Louie in play, you may draw 3 cards. So it's a pretty good draw engine for the nephews. And you can quest for 1 lore. We have Gyro Gearloose, 3 ink cost, inkable, 1 and a 4. You may exert it, put an item card from your discard on top of your deck, so it's a good way to finally use a discard as a draw engine as well. Put it right on top for an item that you're using and keep getting that loop going. And you can quest for 1 lore. And now we're going to go through the rest of them pretty quickly, and I won't talk over them so you guys can see what the rest of the starter deck looks like. Alright, so as a quick look at the rest of the Ruby and Sapphire cards in the starter deck, now we're going to be opening up our second booster pack here. My kid's going to help me out to see what kind of luck he has in this pack.
Skippy.
The first one we get is Skippy, Energetic Rabbit, 2 ink cost, inkable, 2/2 with ward, and quest for 1. We have Iago, 3 ink cost, inkable, 3 and 2, evasive, and quest for 1 lore. Next we have King Louie, which is 7 ink cost, inkable, 7/7, and quest for 3. We have Robin Hood, 1 ink cost, inkable, 2 and 2, and conquest for 1. We get Voyage, which we saw in the starter deck, which is a 1 ink cost, inkable action. Move up to 2 characters of yours to the same location for free. We get Boss's Orders, 1 ink cost, inkable. When chosen character gains support this turn. Oh, we get yet another location here, Jolly Roger Hook Ship. This is the first one that we see that has a 2 moving cost. It is a 1 ink cost, uninkable. It has 5 defense. Look alive, you swabs. Character gains rush while here, and your pirate characters may move here for free. So even though it has a 2 moving cost, we see that pirate characters can move here without paying anything. Nice, we get a nice uncommon here, and Genie, 2 ink cost, inkable, 2/2, and quest for 2. You get Captain Hook's Rapier. It's an item, 3 ink cost, uninkable. During your turn, whenever one of your characters banishes another character in a challenge, you may pay 1 ink to draw a card. And your character's named Captain Hook, gain Challenger +1. Oh, nice. This is actually a super rare. Good job. It's a 4 ink cost, inkable, Shunzi, Hyena Pack Leader. 0 and a 6. But while this character is at a location, she gets +3 strength. And while this character is at a location, whenever she challenges another character, you may draw a card. 1 ink cost. Nice, another super rare here. 6 ink cost, uninkable, Madame Medusa. 4/4. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing character with 3 strength or less. Oh, very nice. A good banish card without having to use Dragonfire or anything else, and can ink quest for 1. Alright, so we get the last foil one here. It's a common 1 ink cost, inkable, I will find my way action. Chosen character of yours gets +2 strength this turn. They move to a location for free. Done. Thanks, buddy. Alright, now let's look at the last starter deck here, which is the Emerald deck. Let's see what we get. So we get the same packaging, of course, the lore counter, the damage counters. We get 1 booster pack. We get the same quick start rules and the actual things for the help for the playmat. And then we get the actual starter deck here. Alright, we'll open up the pack at the end. Let's see what kind of luck we have with it. For now, let's check out the deck. Again, I'll go through the super rares and the rares that we get, the foil ones, and then after that, quickly go through the rest of the cards so you guys can see what's in the rest of the deck. Get Pongo here foil, 3 ink cost, inkable, 3 and 2. Twilight Bark. Once per turn, you may pay 2 ink to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, put it at the bottom of your deck. And you can quest for 1 lore. You get a foil rare here in Peter Pan, 4 ink cost, inkable. Lost Boy Leader, 3 and 3. Once per turn, when this character moves to a location, gain lore equal to that location's lore. And you can quest for 1 lore. It's a pretty good card. Dalmatian Puppy. The puppies are all in the starter deck, of course. So one of the cool things about this is you may have up to 99 copies of Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger in your deck. So at the 2 ink cost, inkable, 2 and 3, and you can quest for 1 lore. So let's go through the rest of the cards until we hit a rare. Alright. We have Lucky, the 15th puppy, which is a 4 ink cost, uninkable, 2/3. You can exert it, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you may put each character card with cost 2 or less into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Puppy Love. Whenever this character quests, if you have 4 or more characters in play, your other characters get +1 lore this turn. Very nice, especially if you're playing all the puppies together. Good synergy. Get another rare here in Pluto, 7 ink cost, inkable, 3 and 8. You can shift for 5, and this also has Bodyguard, as well as at the start of your turn, remove up to 3 damage from this character, and you can quest for 2 ink. We get another rare here in Helga Sinclair, 2 ink cost, inkable, 2 and 1. When this character is challenged and banish the challenging character, and you can quest for 1 lore. We get another rare here in Robin Hood, 6 ink cost, inkable, 4 and 5, and you can actually quest for up to 4 lore. All right, yeah, so as you can see, the starter decks do also have Chapter 2 and Chapter 1 cards, mostly for synergy, as we saw there, especially in that Dalmatian starter deck. We got, you know, Jasper and Horace, who are, of course, part of the Dalmatian films. But yeah, that was also another quick look at the Amber and Emerald starter deck. So those are the 2 starter decks for Chapter 3 that came out this time. Pretty good synergy around, pretty good pickups, I think, if you haven't played the game. Definitely a great way to start learning the game, especially with the new rules with locations coming out and being part of the decks now. It's a great way to kind of jump in and start learning the game. Now, to finish this video off, we're going to look at the last booster pack that we got. This is the prize booster pack that we got at the starter deck tournament today. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have liked this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell notification. It really, really helps out the channel grow. And let's see what kind of luck we have. All right, Chief Tui, Moana, strike a good match. 2 ink cost, inkable. It's an action. Draw 2 cards and choose and discard a card. It's also a song. Magica Dispel, Ambitious Witch. 2 ink cost, inkable. 2 and a 3. Quest for 1 lore. Distract. 2 ink cost, inkable action. Chosen character gets -2 strength this turn. Draw a card. You have Joshua Sweets, 4 ink cost, inkable, 1 and a 5, and it has Bodyguard, and you can quest for 2 lore. Magic of the Spell, Thieving Sorceress, 4 ink cost, inkable, 3 and 4. Telekinesis, exert this card and return. You can return chosen item with cost equal or less to this character's strength to the player's hand, and you can quest for 2 lore. We get another location here. This is Tiana's Palace, Jazz Restaurant, 3 ink cost, 2 moving cost, 8 defense. Characters can't be challenged while here. So it's one of the first locations that we actually see that actually protects the characters that are in this location. So again, more benefits that you're getting for different locations depending on the synergies that you're looking for. So this is a great way to protect those characters here and also make this the main target of your character's challenges. Sorry, your opponent's character's challenges the next turn. Very, very good card. Scrooge McDuck, which you've seen already. We get a rare here in Captain Hook, Master Swordsman, 5 ink cost, inkable, 5/4. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of this turn, so you might want to quest with them first if you can do so. And characters named Peter Pan lose evasive and can't gain evasive, and you can quest for 1 lore. The next one is another rare. We get Helga Sinclair, Vengeful Partner, 2 ink cost, inkable, 2 and a 1. When this character is challenged and banish the challenging character, and you can quest for 1 lore. And our foil is a Cloud Kicker, 3 ink cost, inkable, 2/2, Tough Guy. When you play this character, you may return chosen opposing character with 2 strength or less to their player's hand, and you can quest for 1 lore. All right, so I hope you guys like that look into the new starter decks for Lorcana Chapter 3 Into the Inklands, and of course the booster packs that we got with them as well as a bonus booster pack from the LGS for doing the starter deck tournament today. Again, let us know down in the comments below, what cards are you looking for this set? What enchanted cards are you looking for to get? Remember, there are locations that are enchanted this time as well, so plenty more chances to get more enchanted cards. So I wish you all good luck in your pack pools. I hope you guys get exactly what you need. And of course, if you guys like this video, again, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification. It really, really helps out the channel grow. And with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.